Hello and welcome to another episode of the Never Words podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown, joined today by my brother, Jack. And Jack, it is late. We're doing it late, but I am energetic. And let me tell you why.
Sure.
Because sometimes I sit around and I come up with a rundown for the show and I leave a note at the bottom to you and Tim. And occasionally it says anything else. You know, if we hit the big stories where we're not having celebrity guests here, so it's just us. But today was not a day for that
No.
because today, as you saw in the rundown, I started with what you would think would lead this, an NBA Finals preview in predictions.
Sure. Yep.
But no,
We like
it
sports.
happened. It finally happened. It is June 1st, and the New England Patriots acquired AJ Brown from the Philadelphia Eagles. And as the greatest quarterback of all time would say, let's fucking go.
Yeah. This has been discussed for months as this might happen to like 60 days ago. It was like, this is definitely going to happen. We just have to wait until June 1st. And then over the past couple of weeks, people being like, I don't know, there's some other players involved, like the Rams are involved. Spoiler, they made a splash today too. The Chiefs are involved. But nobody really had the guts, I guess, to give Philadelphia and Howie Roseman another number one pick. But God dang it, Tommy, the Patriots pulled it off. And really, for a 2028 pick, not they didn't get fleeced for AJ Brown.
No, sorry, I'm moving my camera, but it's wobbly. Uh, I saw the package and I was like, so we don't have to worry about if they have a bad year this year, they still get their pick. It was a
And they
2028 first rounder and a 2027 fifth rounder, and the Patriots
so
get AJ Brown.
exactly, you don't give up a second, a third, or even a fourth in any of those years too, which is kind of incredible. I thought it would be three draft picks, but two got it done. It is a first rounder in 2028. The hope is after two seasons, you're not picking very early in that draft.
Well, I mean, they picked 31st this year, so
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't I don't anticipate that happening again. Spoiler alert for my season prediction, but uh it's
32.
still, huh? Yeah,
You picking them
32.
to win the last one, yeah.
Um no, I on paper have a division I'm picking the Super Bowl champion out of, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. No, it's just so whatever happens this year with the first place schedule, the you expect regression. 14-3, I think we were all a little weary of last year. And this so whatever happens this year, then like you mentioned, you have another year to build. You have another year to say, is it Will Campbell or is it not at left tackle?
Oh, it's not. I mean, it's Caleb Lomu is the left tackle, Tom.
Well, we'll see. We're
Okay.
as of now, they're still saying the right things to keep Will Campbell's spirits up. But
Yeah, sure. But at the same time, I got three games worth of film. That tell me it's gonna be Caleb Lomu.
I'm really hoping that was knee injury related. But yeah, sure, very
Okay.
fair. Um, but regardless, you just have another year to develop May. You have a year to get AJ Brown and May. It's going to be year two of them that now you're thinking about their pick. Like if they go, if they have double digit wins in 2027, I will not care that they don't have a first round pick.
Yeah.
It's only if things go bad and you have a terrible like injury plague season, like things like that, where you're like, oh, it would be nice to have a pick here. But what are you gonna do? You're going for it with a top receiver, which should we? This isn't even written down. I'm thinking of this on the spot. Was Randy Moss their last top receiver? I'm not counting Gronk. I'm talking a wide receiver in the wide receiver room.
I mean, there was a season Julian Edelman caught 100 balls. I get what you're saying. A superstar number one wideout? I think so.
So that he was traded from the Patriots in 2010.
The last couple of years of Bill Belichick would have told you that Nelson Aguilar was that, but I don't think he actually lived up to that.
You know, it's not telling me that is the game film.
Yeah,
Um,
well, you're preaching film to the an all 22 guy. I
are you?
watch. Yeah, oh yeah, I watch the Nate Tice clips that he puts on
Oh,
Blue
I
Sky.
thought I've been I've been screaming from the rooftops to get the NFL
You can't
Plus
really get
Premium
unless you
Plus.
get it unless you work for somebody who has a partnership with the NFL. I think it's very difficult to get. And
Not anymore.
if you're looking for college, it's downright impossible.
It's Reddit. You got to go to Reddit.
Is that
Um,
right? Okay, that makes
I
sense. Yeah,
think you
sure, of
can.
course.
I can think you can finagle stuff, but no,
We
Jack.
got
I'm
to
telling
dark
you,
web that.
NFL Plus Premium that Matt had for 3 years to watch games because he's an expat.
Yeah,
He
nice.
um, I got that login information, and you get on Wednesdays you get the all 22.
Uh,
Something we can talk to our CFO about.
that's me.
Oh,
Um,
so we all right, you got me sidetracked. So this is a top receiver, and now they didn't have to give up a player, which I think people were thinking Booty was going to get might be involved in the trade because he is not at OTAs, and you know his playing time. He played better, but his playing time wasn't spectacular. And I don't know. So right now you have he's behind Booty. So you have
mhm.
the world wide receiver room right now looks like AJ
It's a
Brown, Matt
big one.
Collins, Romeo Dobbs, Keyshawn Booty, Kyle Williams, Demario Douglas, Jeremiah Webb, Nick DeGennaro,
Yep. Rookie
Efton
out of
Chisholm,
James Madison. Look out.
and Kyle Dixon, Cameron Dorner, and Jimmy Kibble. Not the late night host. But um I personally see Pop Douglas and maybe Booty not being there out of guys that were on the team last year.
I mean, I can maybe see Pop Douglas, but I mean, Bodie was their best wideout last year. I think he had a better season than Diggs. Diggs stood out in a couple of bigger games, but Booty was more consistent all year. He's a great third wide receiver. Well, I mean, they still have Kyle Williams too, who I know they're high on, and I know that he's a good player, but it's strange to me to get rid of Booty, although I see the need to, because Matt Collins is under contract. Although I know Matt Collins was a big third down guy last year, I just don't know how he cracks this rotation with everything in front of him at receiver.
So I might push back a little bit on you, Jack.
Oh, here we
33
go.
catches for 551 yards, 6 touchdowns. That was Booty.
Well, those six touchdowns were bombs pretty much. And they always came, I mean, in big spots in the game. What were the other receivers? Who would you push back on and said had a more
Well,
consistent year than that?
The Diggs comp, saying
What
Diggs
is he
wasn't
at?
there.
50 catches?
85 and 1,013 yards.
Then that's I'm wrong. You're correct. I'm wrong.
So I was just,
Yep.
but
I
but
didn't
I will
realize it was
say
that
this.
high.
I was reading articles about OTAs and what people are seeing, who's there, who's not there. Like Christian Gonzalez isn't there, but I'm not too worried about that. Um, but with Booty, this if he is on the Patriots this year, it will be the first time he has had the same head coach and the same coordinator 2 years in a row, and he's
That's
gotten
weird.
better every year. So
Yeah.
it's not crazy if he's still there, but with the signing of Dobbs, with Matt Collins, like you said, being signed last year, I just feel like Chisholm seems like a guy that they've drafted and can be cheap. I don't know. I just wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't
Yeah,
be
I get what you're
shocked if
saying.
they moved him for draft capital. You know,
That's
maybe
something.
someone's like, we liked what he did. You just didn't play him enough.
Yeah.
But four coaches, four offensive coordinators in 4 years is tough for anybody. But all right, this leads me to my next question, and that is where you were when you woke up this morning looking at the Patriots roster
Hmm.
compared to where you are now looking
As
at
I
the
do every
Patriots.
morning.
Yes, you do. You wake up nude.
Glance at the 53 man on the that I got up on the wall.
You take one of those like ivory things and rub it all over your face to like wake up your pores and your get activated.
Yeah, okay. Don't knock my routine, but
Um, you do 37 squat thrusters, still nude.
okay.
Um, I'm just
Okay.
imagining this is what it's been for years.
Okay.
Um,
Not
you
far off.
eat 14 McGriddles.
I mean, obviously, I start my day with a heart healthy bowl of oatmeal and berries.
So, no,
Tom.
but what you woke up with this morning compared to right now,
Yeah.
reaction time, adding AJ Brown, plus or minus how many wins would you say?
Oh, see, that's really tough, right? Like, because you got to draw back. Like 14, you can't plus up there's not a lot of
No,
room
no,
to
no, no. I'm
plus up
saying
14.
where if you woke up this morning and I said, how many wins do the
Oh, okay.
2026
Okay.
Patriots have?
Okay. All right. That's all right. Understandable. Um, yeah, I mean, I put them at double digits. Um, I'd say about 11. I'd put it at 11 and a half, Tom. And I know they have a tough schedule, but their offensive line got a lot better. Their defense was really good last year, and that stayed pretty much the same. Um, and their wide receiver room has two professional wide receivers at 1 and 2 that have been doing it in the NFL for a long time and at a very high level for one of them in AJ Brown and a very consistent level for Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah, and like you said about the line, who knows? Let's hope what is it, Vera Tucker, Elijah Vera
Yep.
Tucker can
Uh-huh.
stay healthy.
Yep.
Things are solidified. You have the 1-2 punch at running back because I think we all realize when Ramondre holds on to the ball, he's actually pretty damn good.
Real good.
And yeah, that 10-11 range is a nice spot, which is a regression from 14 because that I think still can't believe they won 14 games last year.
It was an
Um,
overachieve in the regular season.
and it's funny, don't you feel like had they just lost to Denver, had Bo Nix not got hurt, how stoked you would have been like going into this season? You would have been like snowstorm in Denver, maybe
Yeah.
the and then you think of the Super Bowl, which I don't know why someone mentioned the Super Bowl in something I was watching or listening to the other day, and I was like, oh, I've completely blocked that out of my mind.
I was it me because I watched the highlights of it. I
Oh,
watched like a
disgusting.
condensed game.
Why? You didn't, why didn't
I
you just like smoke a pack of cigarettes for that 15 minutes? Like, that's better for your health.
I just watched it and it was as bad as I remembered.
Yeah, it's awful. God, what are you thinking? Tell Christine there's big trades in the NFL. She just can't bother you right now.
Tom says there's big trades in the NFL. You can't bother me right now. She ran out of here very fast
Yeah,
and
I
she was
bet.
very
Good.
apologetic.
Yeah, good.
The
Uh,
big middle finger, Tom.
but I'm happy about this. Let's figure out the Christian Gonzalez situation. I said I'm not worried about that. Okay, maybe a little bit. Um,
What is that? Is that just
he
he
wants
wants
a
to get paid?
deal. Yeah, pay
Probably
him.
deserves a deal. Probably
You
deserves a
just pay
deal.
the guy. Let's not do the old craft thing where we lowball everyone, get bailed out by the fact that we have the greatest QB coach combination ever. Let's pay the man. He played very well in that Super Bowl.
He
Um,
did.
so any last thoughts on the Patriots and AJ Brown?
I am still excited going into this year, actually real excited. I feel like the offense overachieved with some league average parts out wide.
Hmm.
And I think and Steph Diggs had a good year, like you just pointed out, and he's still a good receiver, but may not be the best dude. But
Yeah, things aren't
he
shaking out that way.
he but this completely changes the offense. I mean, and then you look inside, they had a huge problem, which again was glaring in my rewatch of the Super Bowl to protect Drake May quickly, which they did not do against the Seahawks, Broncos, Texans, or Chargers. And I think they addressed every single one of their needs.
Yeah, turns out having a completely with it under 65 head coach, um, I guess not completely with it. His mind has been elsewhere recently.
All
But
right. Now we're throwing out
uh
some ding dangs.
so but having a guy who's still in touch a little bit it helps. And so does it helps with drafting and not trying to get guys that played at Bridgewater State.
Well, something that we didn't even touch on is this is a reunion. AJ Brown was drafted by Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
They
Hmm.
this his trade led to Mike Vrabel's firing. Like this is a big reunion. AJ Brown wants to play for Mike Vrabel.
Yeah. And also I'm wondering like Josh McDaniels looking at this now must be like, I I think I have to change something. I think I have a weapon that doesn't have to just do a 12-yard in or
Tom,
drag.
there'll still be plenty of draws on third and long. Don't worry
Well,
about that.
Tim wouldn't want it any other way. Tim, by the way, apparently doesn't have a lunch break. I told him just wait tonight, take his lunch break for 30 minutes so we can talk about this. But
He's not
if
going to listen
you,
either, so he won't hear this.
right, if you look up coward in the dictionary, it's a picture of Tim holding a mirror so you can see him twice. Um,
Oh my goodness. That's not where I thought that was going to go.
so it's great and it bumped the NBA finals, but that wasn't I don't know what was the bigger move because the I almost said St. Louis. The Los
Oh, it's the
Angeles
one.
Rams
It's the one we're about to talk about is
The
the
Los
bigger move.
Angeles Rams traded for Myles Garrett with the Cleveland Browns today, and they gave up a 27 first.
26. Oh, I thought
No,
you were talking about Jared versus age.
no, Jared Verse. They gave up Jared Verse, who's a very good defender. At
Yep.
any moment, can be the best defender in a game that doesn't have Myles Garrett. Um,
Hmm.
and I think a 27 first.
Yep. There might
So
be some more compensation in there too.
yeah, I think there might have been more picks,
Third
but
and a
third and
fifth, I
fifth,
think.
yeah. So this is the reigning defensive player of the year going to a team that has the reigning
Just
MVP,
set the sack record.
the reigning MVP, the reigning receiving leader, and the reigning leader in touchdown receptions. Those are all on the same team. Those are four different players. It wasn't like Puka Nacua led the league in yards and touchdowns. No, Devontae Adams is on that team. This is the rich get richer. This is we have one or two more years with Stafford. Let's go for it. Let's get another Super Bowl. And they got the best defensive player in football.
Did Puka or JSN win Offensive Player of the Year?
JSN might have won Offensive Player of the Year. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Because I was going to say they will be going into this season with the defending MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year. I think Puka was probably second in that voting, unless McCaffrey got up there. But um, talk about the rich getting richer. This is already the preseason NFL favorite to win the Super Bowl, I think. I think they have the odds, and they just got a shit ton better. This is this is bigger last year, I think, than when the Packers got um Micah.
Yeah. Um, I it's just between the 49ers, if they can stay healthy, are always there. The reigning Super Bowl champion Seahawks, and now this Rams team, which lost in the NFC Championship to the Seahawks. The NFC West,
And the Cardinals.
yeah, well, Jacoby Brissett. Um, it's ridiculous. It's very, it's very much like what we just saw in the Western Conference of the NBA, where it's like the Thunder and Spurs. It's inevitable. Like,
Well, I mean the Timberwolves and the Nuggets, and there are a bunch of good teams out west, but yeah, I know what you're saying. The NFC West is loaded. Um, Tough draw for the Seahawks and the Niners to play this team twice a year. I mean, and I get that the Seahawks are really, really good, and the Niners didn't even stay healthy last year, and they still kind of rolled to a playoff spot. So it'll be fun to watch that all year for sure. But I think Jared Verse had four less pressures than Myles Garrett did um, last year. But Myles Garrett led uh, by a wide margin of pressures while losing because he played for the Browns, who
yeah.
stunk.
Hmm.
He's not going to play for a team that stinks anymore. So imagine Myles Garrett pinning his ears back with the lead and like a considerable lead at that when he knows you have to throw. He might
Well,
break his own sack record, Tom.
Jack, if you want to see the Rams, they play Thursday night to start the season. Week 2 is Monday night. Week 3 is Sunday night. Week 5 is Monday night. So you're going to see a lot of Rams in prime time. Uh,
That'll actually give everybody a chance to get super tired of the Rams early on. Everybody will be like mid-season, they'll be like, I just hate watching them. Like,
yeah,
why? They score 50 points every game. They shut
and don't
everybody
let up
down.
any.
Yeah.
Um, oh God, the regular season starts on a Wednesday, and it's
In a
Patriots
different country,
Seahawks.
right? Oh,
No,
that's a
it's the banner
Wednesday night
night.
game?
Yeah, I hate the NFL.
Ugh. Yeah,
Um,
that's ridiculous.
yeah, let's see. So week 4, the Rams and Seahawks play. That'll be nice and early for everyone to overreact. And
Hmm.
then they don't play again. Oh, see, this is what the people want. They don't play again until week 16.
That's hot.
That's, wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. Why does it say week 18? There's not, hold on. They play the Ram. Did I mess something up? Wait, was I looking at the wrong team? Yep. I saw Los Angeles. They play the Chargers. So they play the Chargers week 4, the Rams week 17 and 18.
Back to
So,
back? That's nice.
no, 16 and 18. Sorry. I'm not doing a good job hosting here. But 2 of the last 3 weeks. So they're going to hold on. That actually worked out great. I'm sure. I mean, the Rams were good anyways, but now this might, decide the division. Week 7 or week
That
18.
wasn't that the Seahawks 49ers game at the end of last year. The
Oh yeah.
one team would have got the 1 seed, and it was the
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks, and
They
they
waxed
benefited
them.
from that.
Yeah. Uh yeah, it's this is but all on the other side, if you're the Browns, you're playing for nothing. Get something for the guy. You still got a really good defender. Poor verse. Like, guy was just living in LA as a superstar defensive player, 26 on a team
Got
favored to win
rookie
the Super
money
Bowl. Yep, and now he's just on the Browns.
in cold ass Cleveland.
So, yikes.
Maybe Shadur's for real, Tom. You don't know that.
I do.
The Browns still
I
have a really good defense too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a downgrade, but like you said, there aren't many players you can downgrade to and still get a first team all pro at defensive end.
Yeah. It- When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, they gave up first," but I was like, "Well, you have to."
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's not pool host for Jeff Fry or
No.
something of the like.
Which someone definitely called into the baseball show on Fox Sports Network at some
Maybe the
point.
Cardinals need this Jeff Fry. He didn't do anything.
I think they should get pool hosts.
Oh, thanks for calling. Um,
They wouldn't even,
and
at least back in the day, those guys, they wouldn't even care. They'd just laugh right on air.
mhm, mhm. All
Uh,
right, anyways,
Football.
big
It
day.
it did it. It did the thing
I
where
tell you
it's
what, sometimes you can get real high on the NBA, like, hey, we're gonna see Wemby. They went into OKC, got it done, and then the NFL will just flex its muscle on a random Monday in June and be like, we're still the big boys.
yeah, I didn't hear anything, and maybe I'll read an article tomorrow that will say it, but was there anything about Myles Garrett? Like, did the Browns save money by waiting till the same time as the Eagles did?
I don't know. I know they restructured his contract this offseason, and I
Mm.
saw somebody tweet out the wind horse. Now what? You know that meme.
Oh, yeah. I mean, good for him getting out of there and being the best defender in football and being able to play in the
Well, like
playoffs.
I said to you, he held them up for all the money in the world.
Hmm.
Basically said, I'm not going to play for your team, signed a gigantic contract, and then still forced his way out to a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, way to go.
Yep.
All right. So let's take a break. We'll wrap up the NFL there. We'll take a quick break. And when we get back, we'll preview the NBA Finals. All right, Jackie, we're back. And the NBA Finals will start on Wednesday night. And it is the Knicks going to San Antonio because the Spurs beat the Thunder in 7 games. And how I want to do a little preview prediction thing here is I want to start with questions I wanted to ask last week, but then
Hmm.
schedules didn't allow it. And then I was like, you know what? If we wait till July 1st or June 1st, we might get um, an AJ Brown trade and it will be after game 7. So that worked out nicely. Start here. I wanted to ask you, was the East really bad or are the Knicks this good?
I think that, well, I don't think the Knicks are, I don't think anybody thought the Knicks would play this well as they did throughout the playoffs. But I think this is the same dog shit argument people tried to do for the Celtics the year they won the finals. So no, I think the Knicks are good. I don't think the East is that bad.
Are the Knicks 11 straight playoffs wins this good? Or because I will say right now, I'm a homer. I get it. I don't think the Knicks sweep either the Pistons or the Celtics. They might have won the series, but
Yeah,
I don't
maybe
think they
not.
sweep them. So that's why I'm just like,
I mean, you've watched the Knicks play the last, you know, probably the majority of the last 11 games they've won. They're not missing any shots and they are playing good basketball all the way around.
honestly, if you look at that first game against the Cavs, I'll be really surprised Wednesday night if they come out super hot. It's been 8 days.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I know. That is
I mean
true.
they're shooting every day. They can take 1,000 threes like they're in the NBA. But I'm just interested to see what happens. I think at the beginning of the season we all predicted the Knicks to be in the NBA Finals, and now it's a little bit like, holy shit, the Knicks are in the finals. And it was like, well, we all kind of thought this, you know? Halliburton was
Yeah,
down,
I
Tatum was
guess. Yeah.
down. I think during the season we were I think the Pistons and Celtics were kind of a shock as how good they were to be the 1 and 2
Yeah.
seeds. and the Knicks ended up like 3 games behind the Pistons. So they were good all year, but they found something where it's less Brunson centric, you know, less Cat doing stupid stuff and shooting 75% or something from three helps.
That helps a great deal.
Uh, and then we should talk about the NBA darling right now, the San Antonio Spurs. Because in a normal year, the Knicks being in the finals, I think would be massive, but the 7'6" alien has taken a lot of newspaper ink away from them
Hmm.
and a lot of time, a lot of podcast hours spent on Victor Wembanyama. So they won the sixth and seventh game. They were down 3-2. I thought the Thunder were going to win. I just didn't see the Thunder losing two in a row. But here, let's start here, and then we'll end with Wemby and then a prediction. Chet Holmgren went 1 for 2 in Game 7. He took two
Mm.
shots.
Yep.
He, I don't think this is insane. I don't think it's hyperbole. Hyperbole. The Thunder lost because of Chet Holmgren.
Mm. I thought you were gonna say this sounds insane, but he was afraid to take a shot against Victor Wembanyama, and that's what
Well,
I think what happened.
yeah, absolutely. But like, you can also get a rotation and shoot a shot.
Yeah.
Like, you're 7'4". You can shoot over the guy that switches onto you.
Hmm.
I was so, I mean, you just watch that game. Reggie Miller and Jamal Crawford weren't afraid to say it. They
No.
were like, where is he?
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to do something. I need my hand. Damn it. Jack. Vamp Jack.
About Wemby.
Oh, hold
Uh,
on. No, I got it. Uh, I just wanted to pull up his 7 game series averages. He,
Chet or Wemby?
Chet, per game. He had 7 field goal attempts. I can't believe these numbers I'm looking at. He was a 10, 4, and 1. Oh, 10, 7, and 1. That's so bad.
10 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist.
Yes, that was his averages against the Spurs.
Yikes. I mean, he knew he wasn't going to outplay Wembanyama.
No, but
And you
I would
didn't expect him to get
expect
completely shut down.
I would expect him to shoot more than 2 shots in a game 7.
That is true. Just gotta
Like
gotta get him the ball.
Jalen Williams was hurt. I think that's a big thing that you have to take away from this. Some of those, well, actually, I guess the middle games, like it was bookended by 2 good close games, but the other ones were kind of shitty games. They were like
There are
blowouts.
blowouts on either side.
Yeah, it was like, what the hell? I can't believe the Spurs didn't show up. What the hell? I can't believe the Thunder didn't show up. But yeah, it's just so strange. That was that. I just think minus Victor Wembanyama, the Thunder lost because of Chet Holmgren, and I'm not afraid to say
Hmm.
it. And honestly, I'm a person that I don't think I can beat anyone up, but I think I would say that to Chet's face.
Yeah.
He's got the reach, but
He weighs 208 pounds and he's 7 feet tall.
he's
That's not proportionate.
um yeah, I just that was shocking. Uh but now let's talk about the good stuff. The Spurs. So I pose this question to you. Are we already at the point where it's like it's Wemby's league and it's just all going to go through him? This is like 1998, 99, two, like all those years of Shaq. Like the
Hmm.
Spurs got him in 99, 98 Jordan was still in the league. But then in 2000 things changed.
Yeah. Yes. I think so. Uh, he's not only everybody writes about him for a reason. I mean, people knew how good he was going to be when he was drafted one overall. He took a couple of years to figure it out, and now he has totally figured it out. And as good as the Knicks are playing, I don't see a world where they beat the Spurs. Like, I don't, I know prediction time is coming up, but he just looks like no matter what the situation is, he can take over on both ends of the floor and affect the game.
I say this with all due respect to the man. Everyone say your prayers for the dumb, shitty fouls Carl Anthony Towns is going to have on Victor Wembanyama. I can't. I. It's gonna be so dumbfounding because no, it's gonna be like game 3, and Wemby's gonna go up for a dunk, and Cat still 3 games into the series is gonna be like, I can block that.
Just smack him on the back of the arms.
It's just the stuff, and he's gonna look around, and everyone's gonna be like, "That was a blatant foul." This
Yeah.
is there's no if you were to build someone in a lab for to foul Carl Anthony Towns out, it would just be Wemby. It would just be someone that's taller than him
Yeah.
that is skilled enough
You
to
know
like
when it's going to happen?
make moves. What?
My bold prediction is Cat's going to foul him on a three.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Or
Like for his
like
fourth foul in the third quarter.
or
Like
like
it'll
Dylan
be.
Harper's, Mikal Bridges has Dylan Harper in the backcourt and he like tosses it off to Wemby and now 86 feet from the hoop, Cat's like, I'm gonna D him up and he's just gonna hand check him.
Yeah.
The the Cat misses, Wemby gets the rebound fouls. If I set the over under in the series 7, like a
Oh, that might be
frustration,
high. That might be high.
I'm saying this could be a 7 game series.
I
I just
know.
see
So one a
Cat.
game, you see him just swiping.
Yeah, I'll set it at 14. I just this he the foul sometimes. I genuinely watch him play, and I just the Knicks are playing so good. This is how good they are that they can deal with Cat being dumb like that. That's
Yeah, that's
and they
true.
made it this far.
I
I
mean, really good
just
roster building on the Knicks. Um, everybody's good there. I mean, I like Brunson. I just don't. I think it's to answer your question. Yes, it's Wembanyama's league, and this year is going to prove it because I just don't think he's gonna lose.
I I can't disagree with you. I think I think the hope for the Knicks is they stay hot and they keep shooting the way they do. But like Wemby being in there changes Jalen Brunson's going to the hoop in like
To an extent. I mean, he finds his way to the basket.
I think he finds his way to the basket with against 28 other teams.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just think there's times where you think Wemby is out of position, but he's not.
Sure. He's got a big reach.
And then,
Um,
Mitchell Robinson got a broken pinky, a mysterious injury that
yeah, that
they
sucks.
oddly came out and said after the fact that it didn't happen in practice or a game.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Mitch.
Yeah, maybe he was building a hog fence around his garden. I'm sure that's what it was.
I mean, Clint Barmas carrying a deer up the stairs, pulled out his back, never played in the
Yeah.
majors again after winning the Rookie of the Year.
uh that
I'm sure he played in the majors again. That's not true.
yeah, take it easy with the exaggerating. So, um and then we talked about Wemby, but Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle as a rookie and a second year guy are
Mm,
they're just
talk about
men.
roster building.
They're more of a man than me. Like nothing scares them. They're just like it's and then if Champagny hits threes, honestly, like now I'm racking my brain going through their roster and I'm like, Jesus, Luke Cornett with the biggest play of the series.
Guy's a winner.
Did you see Cornett's game back at the Celtics when they did a tribute video to him?
No.
Well, they did a video, and Cornett is known as like this. Everyone said their favorite teammate was Luke Cornett. Everyone loved
Uh-huh.
him. And he was, kept it light, funny guy. And that's what the tribute video was after. And when they came back, Scal, you could tell, was a little pissed. He was like, also, Luke Cornett is a very good backup center and plays good defense and is really good at pick and rolls. And he was like, he is a good basketball player. But the Celtics didn't focus on any of his basketball skills in their tribute video. So that I mean that they're a loaded team.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy. Like I'm sitting here trying like with predictions going ahead and all these names I keep saying, I'm like, holy my God, no wonder they beat the Thunder. Do you think the Knicks would have rather played the Thunder with Jalen Williams? You know, who knows what you're getting with them? AJ Mitchell was out,
Um, yeah.
right? Just like they're banged up.
Yeah.
They played
I think
a
they match up better.
yeah, they played a 7 game series against them or against the Pacers in the finals last year, so this would be 2 back-to-back years. So, all right, I want to know, what do you think? Who do you have?
Uh, Tom, I got the Spurs in five.
In 5.
Yeah, I got them in five.
All right. I've been honestly, it's Christine just going to interrupt the whole podcast. Um, Making a prediction for the NBA Finals, and she screams like that. Um,
Sneezed. I believe it's called the sneeze.
but no, I have been mulling this for a while, and maybe I'm going against the grain here. I say the Knicks in 6, and fucking New York City burns to the ground.
Mm,
If they
Knicks
win,
in six. Knicks in six sounds cool.
yeah. And I also just listed the entire Spurs roster and don't feel good about my pick, especially if Bridges or
Yeah,
Hart go cold. Like,
sure.
like if those guys, if they have 2 bad shooting games, that's enough for the Spurs. And I don't know, Jack. Maybe I'm getting soft in my old age. I thought I would hate the Knicks,
Yeah, I know.
but
You actually, the way you talked about the Knicks in previous rounds, you wanted everybody to hate them, but they're not a hateable team.
no. And it's like, damn it. And then honestly, I don't want to like jump on the bandwagon here, but Brunson doesn't flop as much as the Thunder do.
Yeah, no, Tom.
And
It's funny watching the Thunder and Spurs, and I mean Jaylen Brown does some flopping, but I think he gets a tough rap from you on that.
Jalen Brunson, you mean, not Brown.
Yeah, sorry, Jalen Brunson, because I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, I mean,
you put him
he
in the
flops.
same Embiid category, where it's not even like that.
Okay. Well, let me just say this. You're going to watch these games. I know you are. You watch him when a screen gets called on him. See those little braids? Shoot back. Um, I'm just saying, it's not like SGA where he jumps sideways into people or just
It just
falls.
falls down after every
He,
that compilation made by some Twitter user was damning.
yep, he just fell on every jump shot.
Every time he fell, looked for a call. That's just not MVP behavior.
And the it wasn't even looking for the call. It was the fact that it was every shot attempt he took in the game.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he played
Every single
awesome in
one.
game
That's
7
that's
and was
not
hitting
an
crazy threes.
exaggeration.
Yes, this is a real thing. I think it was game
Four
4.
or
It was
five.
a
Yeah.
loss. And um no, but yeah, I don't know. I just something changed. And you know what I think changed? I realized how much I dislike the flopping that happened with the Sixers. That
Hmm.
changed me.
Yeah.
A 7'4" MVP and Kelly Oubre and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown pushes off a lot, but a lot of the time, guys get away with that. And the flopping in that series was too much. And then when the Knicks just eviscerated them, I was like, all right. Plus, did you see that ESPN story about the Nick fan who's an aspiring sports broadcaster?
No.
So he is an aspiring sports broadcaster, and his sister had a TBI, and now he sets her up in a room and he broadcasts the game to her every time, every Knicks game.
Man,
And I was like, "Ooh, it is hard not to root for this guy to see a championship." I
for
was
him to
like,
be happy.
"This is." Tom Rinaldi said, "Take your fandom and shove it because you're gonna weep watching this story."
Yeah,
So,
that sounds like a real weeper.
but I don't know. Then I think of the Knicks fans, and I'm like, I want the Spurs to win, but
Yeah. I mean, it is one of those crazy things where a dynastic team comes back similar to the Patriots and plays in a championship game, although there's definitely not the same hatred of the Spurs dynasty that there is of the Patriots.
there will be in 2028 though. People just
Sure.
want to hate the team that's
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I it's interesting. It's fun now and then they'll just do it again next year. Like the Spurs could do it again next year and everyone's like this sucks. The NBA isn't fun. But it
Yeah, they
is.
need they need rules for Wemby. Well, like
Right.
they need Wemby rules.
Yeah. I mean, I remember in 2016 we are notably not the biggest LeBron fans. And in 2016, after the Cavs won, I was like, I'm not like, I'm also not a 20-year-old that just lives and dies with it anymore. I care, but
Yeah.
I used to
But
be like, passionately, I don't want this team to win.
mhm. um yeah, the 2016 was after 3 in Miami, so it didn't seem nearly as big.
Well, yeah, it was the 3-1 lead and the going back to Cleveland. That's what I was like,
The
but
LeBlock, right?
yeah,
That's that. Yeah,
yeah.
sure. So there he had his big play on that. So
But I like seriously didn't want the Lakers ever to win. So it's a combo of him and the Lakers is a good.
I
I don't want
still
this
don't.
team.
I don't want the
Yeah,
Lakers to win when I watch winning time and I know they're gonna win.
I I was so team Dodgers in the 2024 World Series. I was like, I don't care how much the Dodgers spend. The Yankees can't win the World Series. Like they're still certain.
Let's just agree. Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
we don't have to litigate that. I
And
mean,
I think actually it is more the like historic Celtic fandom. Like if we ask some of our uncles, I think you dislike the Sixers and the Lakers more than the Knicks.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think in the 80s what made like the NBA and made fans like really really deeply care. Every year if the Celtics didn't make the finals it was in the 80s it was the Sixers. And
I bet there'd
then
be a lot of Pistons hate in there too, because they had the
sure,
bad boys and they were
yeah.
dicks.
Yeah. That just seems so short-lived though. Like the Sixers
Yeah.
go back to Wilt and Russell.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I don't like the Sixers at all.
And they have a guy that's dislikable.
Yeah.
So, all right, Jack. Well, I think we filled enough time. I do want to seriously talk about the collective bargaining agreement offers that MLB and the Players Association put out there, but we don't have time for it.
We do have time for one more thing, and I'm just gonna say it because there's a microphone in my hand. Let's stop putting Masataka Yoshida in left field. Let's maybe just keep him as the DH. If we're gonna touch on any baseball, guy's a professional hitter. He doesn't need to be out in left field.
Yeah. Yeah, that was drop fly ball was ugly. Also, he's just slow. He's
He's
like one
not a
of those
fast guy.
guys. I you've seen it before. There was a kid I remember I played sports with in high school, and I was like, "Why are you this slow? You have like a six pack, and you're like you do the skills of sports okay. You just move like you have a piano on your back."
Yeah. Can hit. He's a hitter though. Guy can hit.
So was Matt Paulnero. Shout out to Matt Paulnero. He
Okay.
could hit. No, probably not the same level as Masataka Yoshida, but
No.
you know, we're grading on a curve here.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the Red Sox because we're pressed for time. Jaron Duran's on fire. That's it.
Great time to trade him. All right, Jack. I will talk to you later, and yeah, we'll put this up there, and hopefully it makes us rich.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Well,
and
it's topical.
subscribe.
Like
Yeah.
and subscribe. All right, bye, Jack.
Bye, Tom.